Before private jets, before Wall Street moguls, and before billionaires became celebrities, one man built an empire so powerful it helped shape the movement of America itself. His name was Cornelius Vanderbilt, and he didn't start as a banker, a politician, or an aristocrat. He started with a boat. Born in 1794 on Staten Island, Vanderbilt grew up in a modest family with little luxury and even fewer advantages. As a boy, he worked on the water, learning the harsh realities of business early. He didn't inherit a kingdom. He built one from grit, instinct, and relentless ambition. At just 16 years old, Vanderbilt borrowed money from his mother and bought a small boat. While most teenagers were still figuring out life, he was already transporting passengers and cargo across New York Harbor. And from the beginning, he had one rule: win at all costs. Vanderbilt understood something that would define his rise. People will always pay for speed, reliability, and lower prices. So he undercut competitors, worked harder than everyone around him, and built a reputation as a fierce and fearless operator. He wasn't polished. He wasn't elegant, but he was unstoppable. As America expanded, Vanderbilt expanded with it. He grew his small boating business into a powerful steamship empire, operating routes across major cities and waterways. He crushed rivals with aggressive pricing and strategic moves that made him one of the most feared businessmen of his era. People didn't call him the Commodore for nothing. He earned that nickname through dominance. By mid-1800s, Vanderbilt had already become incredibly wealthy through shipping. But then he saw an even bigger opportunity: railroads. At the time, railroads were transforming the nation. Goods, people, and power were all moving faster than ever before. Vanderbilt realized that controlling transportation meant controlling the future. So he pivoted. In one of the boldest business moves of the century, Vanderbilt shifted much of his attention from ships to railroads. He bought lines, consolidated routes, improved efficiency, and built a transportation network that connected key parts of the American economy. This wasn't just smart investing. This was empire building. Under Vanderbilt's control, railroads became faster, more profitable, and more powerful. He helped modernize the system and turn transportation into one of the greatest wealth machines in American history. And with every acquisition, his power grew. By the time he reached the height of his success, Cornelius Vanderbilt was one of the richest men in the world. His fortune was enormous. Adjusted for today, it would be worth many billions of dollars. But Vanderbilt's legacy wasn't only about money. It was about force. He represented a kind of businessman rarely seen today: direct, brutal, competitive, and completely obsessed with winning. He didn't waste time trying to be liked. He cared about results, leverage, and control. To some, he was a visionary. To others, he was ruthless. The truth, he was both. And that's exactly what made him unforgettable. Late in life, Vanderbilt turned some of his attention to philanthropy. One of his most famous contributions helped found Vanderbilt University, giving part of his immense fortune to education and legacy. Still, history remembers him for one thing above all else: he mastered the business of movement. From one small boat in New York Harbor to a transportation empire that helped shape America, Cornelius Vanderbilt proved that massive fortunes aren't always built with glamour. Sometimes they're built with pressure, precision, and the refusal to lose. His story is a reminder that behind every great empire is someone willing to see opportunity before everyone else, and bold enough to seize it without hesitation. That was Vanderbilt, a man who didn't just ride the rise of America, he helped move it.